Hey, it's Rob from Kick-Ass Powder Coating. We are back on the Jeep. Got this fancy guy right here. Get that guy out, get that rear main off, check the clutch out while we have it out, replace any seals, anything else we see back there. Get this thing looking very nice. Do it.
Yeah, a good shepherd get life to the sheep, fleece nice, but nah, he ain't nice underneath. Got a price on the
not break the oil pickup there, Captain. That would be a bad day. Oh, ball! This is a better view anyway. Carry on. It's a lot of oil. You can see all the oil. So we're gonna clean all that out. Hopefully nothing in the transmission in there is leaking. This is where the fun begins. We're gonna yank this flywheel off, check out the clutch, pressure plate, clutch disc, pull that off, pop that rear main out. What is this noise I'll keep hearing? Rev. Maybe there's a lizard got in there. It's behind me. Alright, let's get to that. That looks brand new. That's good. That's good news. Cool. Hey, hey, hey. Oh yeah. There's some oil on there. Definitely leaking. Gross. Flat blade, we're gonna pop that seal out. You always want to pry away from the nice fancy part of the crank. You don't ever want to pry on it. Oh, look at that. You know when it comes out that easy that it was bad. No schmutz on there. Excuse me, we're gonna clean your schmutz. Oh, please, come in, clean my schmutz. It's in pretty good shape. Moving on. Let's pull off these motor mounts. Don't forget to label that bag. Ooh, dirt dauber. Son of a... pick out parts for a Jeep. I think this is what we're looking for. Yes, these are awesome. Great parts place. I tell y'all I'm not sponsored. I just love Advanced. I used to run a shop in Atlanta with a friend of mine, experiencing all the different parts distributors firsthand for the past 4 years. Advanced, hands down. Hey, just back from the parts store. I went ahead and bought the Master Waster Mac Daddy everything, pretty much the incomplete motor gasket set. Says, hey, why not? We're already this deep. Let's just do it all. So let's see what we got in this. Got us a little exhaust donut, which that's quite nice. A nice piece of paper. Valve seals, we're not gonna do the valve. I mean, I say that. No, I don't need to do the valve seals. It doesn't have hardly any miles on it. That looks like injector O-rings right there. We're definitely gonna use those guys. And you got your throttle body, your EGR, your coolant, acid, all the other schnoodles. Is there no rear main in it? What the? Hold on a second here. Why do they not put that in there? Friggin' wagon. I thought the rear main was in there. That's my fault. I'm pretty sure it said rear main seal on the line. I'm gonna go check that right now. In there. Cherry for some powder coating. Oh my! Look what we got here! Looking good. This came out great, considering that you see this a lot with aluminum. It starts to get eaten up by either corrosion, all kinds of things. But it actually came out quite nice for being as nasty as it was. And these mounts are going to go quite nice with some powder coating. Today's the day. We are coating all the engine parts for the Jeep. So we are going to be doing kick-ass green and kick-ass purple, the two colors you guys voted on. So we're going to be putting that on. We're going to be doing a variation between the valve cover, the timing cover, the intake, brackets. They're all going to be a slew of purples and greens. And we're going to throw, yep, you guessed it, a little retroflective in there. So stay tuned. We're going to get that going, get these parts on there. And I'll take you in there in a minute and we'll show you the block that I painted. It looks quite nice. I hand painted that, but it looks good. It looks better than the cast iron rusty schnoodle that was on there before. But let's go get started and enjoy this nice hot Florida weather. We got all the color done for the Jeep. We're gonna get it back together. Yep. We did some kick-ass purple on the old valve cover there. Pad did color. I mixed myself. And our kick-ass green. Look at that. It's so bright. Super bright. Looks really good with the purple. We get those on there. Get some seals wrapped up. I'm gonna put some new parts on. Well, not new parts. They look like they're new parts. Oh, I need this thing. Damn it. Got the rear main seal. Note to self, make sure check the list of the seals in the kit. Don't assume that the kit has everything, because there's other stuff too that I'm missing, so we'll see this. For now, let's do the rear main. This is how I do it. I'll get a little bit of spray silicone, put it on a little, just on the inside. Make it so it's just not a dry seal. It's been sitting in a box for God knows how long. So I'm just lubing the inner seal here, not the outside. You don't want to lube this stuff. This rides on the crankshaft. So as I put this on, you'll see I twist it, slightly twist it so you don't catch this. What'll happen is people will put these in and they'll catch this lip, and then this lip will fold over, and that's where the leak will come from. Sometimes you just gotta persuade it to get in there. There we go. All right. All right. Where do you want to go? Oh yeah, nice and flush. She's in. Let's do this valve cover. I know what you call it. Sometimes when you don't want a big blue gasket,
It's fun.
it's fun. And it's fun
Little
gasket.
top of blue.
Yeah, got a fun gasket. It's got 42 different size bolts in here. Bolts up on there. So weird. It's held on by like 2 bolts. All right, we are to the flywheel. And I use good old blue Loctite. You can use red, blue. I like blue. Just put a little dab towards the end here. There you go. Struck it. I've used red before. These don't hardly. If you torque them down correctly, they're not going to come out. Especially on a little tiny 4-cylinder here. Zip those down. I need to go look at the torque spec. Flywheel, 2.4 liter. 50 foot-pounds in a quarter turn. A quarter turn? Turn on my fancy schmancy digital torque wrench. This thing's pretty sweet. Mac Tools makes this. It's got all kinds of cool bells and whistles. And it's got an app. Let me connect to my torque wrench real quick. Oh, connecting. This is really neat. So you can store all kinds of, let's say, torque specs for different motors or whatever. You can have them all in your phone, beam it right to your torque wrench. It's really nice, quite convenient. Right now, we're just gonna do a quick torque, 50 pounds. And you can do torque angle with this. This thing will do torque angle, really cool. Yes, I am enjoying the Mac app. They'll ask you that every once in a while. So look at that, beamed it, boom. Now it says 50. I don't know if you can see that with the thing. It's probably flickering really fast. Anyways, it says 50 foot-pounds. It does vibrate and it beeps. So it gets the boast of both world. Get the right socket. I'm gonna run these down so I'm not trying to twist these things for 42 days here. So these I'm just gonna run them down. This is like a screwdriver, so it's like infinite no torquage. Alright, those guys are all snuggled down now. Put this guy on here. I'm gonna need something to hold. I make a tool for this, but I do not have that tool. Actually, the tool kind of looks like this, kind of like a spanner wrench. That is not it. That'd be cool if it did work. But it's not the right tool. We're back. Punch through a clutch plate. There we go. Click. I'm gonna do kind of like a star pattern, just like any other thing you would torque like this. Yeah, it's like somebody just replaces things like brand new. Most clutches will give you like a flywheel side, which means that goes to the flywheel that way. So obviously it only fits in that way because people can put these things on backwards. And usually it creates just a horrible noise and it scrapes in here and just bad. So make sure you pay attention when you put these back together. Simple as it is, people screw it up all the time because I've fixed plenty of cars that people didn't know they were doing. Let me see if I can find one of my clutch alignment tools. That's what a clutch alignment tool looks like. Usually come with the clutches. This one fits in there enough to be good to go here. Back to the Loctite. No more Loctite. Whoops. There. Loctite. Just starting everything right now. You can see how the rust gets on here. I put a little bit of this rust dissolver. Little navel jelly is what they call that there. Dissolves rust. Kind of maintain. I kind of wiped it on the flywheel just to protect it. Yesterday, let it dry a little bit. Add that corrosion protection. That's what we're going for. This thing should be able to drive through the middle of the ocean and be fine when I drive out on the other side. No rust. Not really, but close enough. These are all happy. So what we're going to do is I'm going to kind of center this the best I can and then have this, because it doesn't have a dowel, so I got to kind of like eyeball it. But it's pretty good right there. So I'm going to do that. Zip it down with this guy just to get them to hold, and then we're going to go back and torque those fellas. Oh, this battery's dying. Where are my batteries at? Dead on. So what we're going to do is we're going to lube. The transmission is going to have a output shaft like this. We're going to put some of this high temp silicone on. You can do wheel bearing grease. You just need something a little bit higher temp that's not tons, but we're just going to do the tip and then like the spline, so when this goes to slide in here, you got a good slippery surface. But in the meantime, we're going to torque these down. So what did it say for the flywheel? I think it looks like it's 31. It's a flying motor going to fly to its home. Go to your home. Need a longer boom. Awesome. We are getting this engine back in there today. It's happening. Motor is in. I mean, that looks stupendous, people. Love it. Love the colors. All right, so now I'm gonna get the other bits all slapped up on the bottom. Get that together. Start getting these other parts that we're gonna throw a clear Cerakote on. and put it on there. We're gonna have this thing running in no time. All right, stay tuned.